Hey, I'm Danny Smiles. I'm the chef de cuisine at Le Bremner in Montreal. I don't ever recall, saying as a young kid that I wanted to become a chef. I think I just fell into it.
The St. Pellegrino Cooking Cup is a platform for young chefs to present their dishes, to present their cooking, and it's a match of lifestyle and good food.
It's a mix between, I guess, a boat race and I think it's a celebration of young culinary talent across the globe.
Being the first Canadian is it's definitely stressful. This is a world competition. There's great chefs from 10 countries that are represented right now. It's an honor to be competing, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. What I can bring to this competition is definitely like Italian products and Italian ingredients showcased differently. And especially coming from an Egyptian and Italian background, that's always, that's what influences my life, not only the food as well. Today can't be that difficult. Doing 180 dishes seems a lot with a helper that I've never met up until today. This is what we do. We cook. I think tomorrow's going to be the real challenge. We're going to be in a boat. I'm just going to play it as it goes. We'll see. All right, I'm going to start. I'm basically going to cook a nice little bouillabaisse, clam chowder-esque type of fish soup, bringing in some Japanese dashi, maple, bacon flavoring, always Canadian-based and still with a touch of diversity as well. It's insane right now. Trying to hold on, trying to cook, it's like 10 times harder. I didn't imagine it to be this difficult, but that's the fun of it. Yeah, I just don't want anybody to touch me, that's the thing.
What I look for in a winner, or I guess what I look for in food, is just it has to be delicious. Like, I love technique, I love all that stuff I can geek out for days about, but it has to taste good. It just can't be conceptual, it just can't be philosophical, it has to taste delicious.
And the first place again.
Russia!
It's tough for sure. You want to win, but I'm proud of what I did, and it was one of the hardest challenges that I've faced cooking on a rocking sailboat. But overall was really an experience of a lifetime. It was awesome. It was nice to see people from Israel, Germany, Italy, Canada, USA just get along, and it's all because of the food. People just get along because of the food, and that's what we do, and it was truly special.
We're trying to take beer to another level. We take great pride in how we serve our beer here. Our patrons have the peace of mind of knowing I'm drinking fresh beer from fresh kegs on fresh draft lines out of fresh taps. And I think that ties in with our Ontario craft brewing scene. We offer 23 beers on tap, over 200 types of beer in bottles, and our list is always rotating. There are a lot of really passionate people that are looking to brew beer, make beer in this province, and we want to help them. They're aging beers, they're making really big style brews, imperial stouts, barley wines. We're buying those bottles and we're showing them off.
If you look at the growth rate in the number of craft breweries in Ontario, if you started in 2000 here and went to 2010, the line went up like this quite slowly, and then since 2010 it's been almost exponential. There's a huge number of new breweries entering the space, so there's a lot going on in the industry right now. Two major things that the OCB does. The first is advocacy work. This is a heavily regulated industry, so we've definitely got to have a unified voice as craft brewers. The OCB also does a lot to market craft beer generally in Ontario, and I think that's an extension of the spirit you see among craft brewers, where it's not really about fighting one another for scraps of market share. It's about growing craft beer generally, and that helps everybody.
We as craft brewers are working together in Ontario to preserve traditional brewing, preserve the use of traditional ingredients, encourage innovation within that criteria, and to have fun together. People love craft beer because it tastes great, it feels good because it's made the right way, and it's the freshest, and beer is best in its freshest state. The provincial government is leveling the playing field here in beer retail. It's going to create more awareness for craft and more availability of local Ontario craft. And that's going to have an incredible impact on job creation. Because when a craft brewery goes into a town, it usually revitalizes an old building, hires people in the brewery to make the beer, ship the beer, to sell the beer. It buys ingredients off farmers, and the changes that are coming are going to fundamentally create better opportunities for jobs in all of those areas. We're best to unite and work together. The more excitement we all work to create for a segment, the more people know about craft and come over to craft and explore craft, and the more our whole segment grows. And when our segment grows, jobs are created and great times ahead.
As an actress, wife, and mother, it's hard to balance all of life's demands, so I made some changes. I wanted some help to prevent magnesium deficiency, so I added Natural Calm to my daily routine. It really helped me. My husband, parents, and friends now use it too. I'd been enjoying it for years when I discovered they donate all their profits to help orphans in Africa. I was so impressed, I wanted to tell you about Natural Calm too.
Natural Calm.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Chef Massimo.
È un piacere.
Yes, absolutely. I have never cooked Italian. I am dating an Italian, but I've never been to Italy, and I need some help. Help me out.
Wow, that's a tall order. You know that in Italy, food is meant to be savored and enjoyed with family and friends, right? It's all about the ingredients. I mean, the best ingredients you can possibly buy. So it's extra virgin olive oil, your Parmigiano Reggiano, your fresh ripe tomato, your fresh mozzarella.
So what's the difference between hard mozzarella cheese and the soft kind?
Well, there is a big difference. The hard mozzarella cheese is being pressed and is good to use for cooking, you know, from pizza to lasagna to mozzarella sticks. You know, but when you're talking about fresh mozzarella, Galbani is an artisanal cheese produced for over a century in the Fior di Latte tradition. Okay, that is completely different. I mean, the pressed mozzarella normally is yellowish. This one is very white. Okay, it's excellent in salads. It's good to be eaten just like that, as a snack.
So what are we making now?
We are making mozzarella fresca fritta con verdure di stagione.
I love the sound of that.
We take mozzarella, we slice it about 1/4 of an inch thick.
Okay.
We don't want to cut it too thin because when you fry it and you bread it, what happens is that it fries and it heats up too fast and then it ends up exploding, right? So then what we do is we dredge it in flour, and this is very important because we can't leave too much flour on it, but we also have to be careful to shake it off very well and not to cake it on too much, okay? We put it in the egg, we just make sure that it's all egg everywhere. So then you shake off everything, yeah, put it on the plate. Now we do the next slice. See, the reason that we put it on a plate right here, now we're gonna reserve it, we're gonna set it aside, right? We're gonna let it stand for at least 10-15 minutes because the bread is super dry. So we want the bread actually to absorb some of the moisture from the cheese and the egg and expand so that it seals the
Okay.
cheese. Yeah. Now, what we need for our dressing, okay, is olive oil. And then we take onions, chopped roughly, but finely. We put our anchovies in there as well. And anchovies are great because when they heat up in the oil, they tend to melt.
Oh, and it smells amazing.
Now we're gonna take our capers and we're gonna put them in as well. We're gonna put a little bit of pepper, splash of vinegar. We are burning off all of the acidity from the vinegar. We're bringing out only the sugars. And beautiful creaminess, right?
Oh, it looks amazing.
And now we cool it off by adding a little bit more oil, not too much, so that it won't continue cooking. Now, for the salad, I picked spring vegetables, and the most springy of them all is the asparagus. You take an asparagus, and you have your potato peeler. This kind works best, works very well, as a matter of fact. Then what we have is asparagus that are shaped just like this. We'll put a little bit of green peas in there as well, not too much. We have carrots.
Shaped?
Done the same way, exactly. And then one of my favorite things, radishes. We'll put the dressing right on it, just like so. Now, the last thing that we do is we put a little bit of frisée. Our salad is ready, and now we can fry our Galbani fresh mozzarella.
The best part, we get to fry the cheese.
Finally, eh?
Cheers.
Salute. Cheers.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming in, Chef Massimo.
You're very welcome. Delizioso, eh?
Delizioso.
Brava.
I'm almost Italian.
Brava.
I have to sit up straighter.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Science people are nerds, and we like to name our machines. My name is Kimberly Christopoulos. I'm the senior MLT here in the genetics lab at Life Labs.
My name's Kate Gardner, and I'm a genetic counselor here at Life Labs.
My name is Jeff Sumner, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Business Development, Clinical Affairs and Genetics for Life Labs.
My name is Connie Lyle, and I'm the lab manager here at Life Labs Genetics.
My name is Christopher Trevors. I am one of the directors in genetics and genomics here at Life Labs.
We're all very proud, I think, of the work that we've done over the last couple of years to build this facility. Part of our mission here really is to make genetic testing much more available to all Canadians.
I got a call from the oncologist saying, this patient is so sick, but I really feel like they could qualify for this drug. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna do this. She was so excited that she got to go and tell this woman that you qualify for this drug now. That patient actually, in a week, walked up out of that hospital bed. That's the moment where I realized personalized medicine, genetics, is where it's all at.
I want to make a difference within this, what people consider complicated field. Genetics feels like it's the next big thing, but really it's here, it's now.
My wife died of breast cancer at the age of 35, so both of my daughters have a 50% chance that they may carry that same mutation. And they're currently waiting to decide whether they want to be tested. I think that's a fairly personal decision for them.
For every terrible story, there's 10 good ones. And for many of these families, the information that we provide, although sometimes it is not always good news, without that information, they wouldn't have a decision that they could make.
As a genetic counselor who's worked in clinical practice here in Canada, frequently when you call those US companies, they really don't know very much about the healthcare system here. So having somebody here as a local laboratory really helps us to build a healthier Canada.